Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP and another Battle of the Uploaders. I can't say Xbox Edition anymore, actually. This time I am fighting on the PlayStation 3 against HyperSouls. Now, for those who are not familiar with Hyper, he actually has had two channels. The first one was HyperSouls, spelled with an I, and this time around it's HyperSouls spelled with a Y. So Hyper Souls. Of course, S-O-U-L-S. Now, Hyper is an awesome player. I had such a great time fighting against him. And you know, we've been talking for a while. He is not, what's the best way to say it? His first language is not English. So, you know, sometimes there are those moments where you're like, okay, hold on a second. But really, he's a great guy, great player, really cool, really fun to play against. So, usually, you know, he's over in the Darker Souls wiki chat with me, Suicide Frog, Mayhem, and all those other guys, occasionally Sunlight Blade. And, you know, it's just a good time. He is really fun to fight against, though. And I've been waiting for a long time, and, you know, it was worth it. It was such a good time. I haven't had such great fights against someone in a very long time. I mean, just watching these back again, the way we mixed up our weapon use for pretty much every single fight, we both switched weapons for pretty much every single fight. It was fantastic. Just the amount of variety and everything that went into these duels, it was great. And I loved pretty much everything about it. I mean, there were those few instances like what happened a few seconds ago with a little bit of lag, but nothing unbearable. And really, we have a very similar playstyle, and, you know, just get up close and personal and bash the other person's face in sort of playstyle. It's fun to fight against other people who have the same playstyle as you. If you fight like that, it really is fun. Because, you know, chasing people around in a Battle of the Uploaders, can't actually say that I've had to do that ever, but if I had ever had to do that, it would not be fun. So just, you know, I guess fighting against random people and having to chase them around, that's the best example I can get. It's not fun, you know, fighting against people using the Dark Drain Ring, flipping around and all that. It's not fun. But fighting against someone with the same playstyle as you, with the, you know, get up right up close and personal, fight, like bash their face in sort of playstyle, that's fun. I like that. So, yeah. Anyway, probably should talk about some other things, like, oh, I don't know, maybe his channel a bit. He usually, for the most part, does montage videos, just some PvP montage videos. Very, very entertaining to watch. Really good music choice, in my opinion. Really sort of gets you drawn into it. And he's really good with those techniques like reverse rolling and the ring switching. He is fantastic at ring switching. Not as good as a few other people I know, like Yami Tamashi, I believe is how his name is pronounced. His ring switches, I swear, they are so fast. He's got to be like speeding them up when he's editing or something. It's ridiculous how fast that guy's ring switches are. But Hyper is very close with that. He's got them down, and he's got them fast. It's fantastic to watch. So if you ever want to watch a good montage video, definitely check out Hyper's channel. Excuse me. Definitely that time of the year. I'm trying not to get sick. It's not working out so well. And working with the public, I'm working in retail now, it's something. It really is something. Yeah, it's something. Anyway, probably should say something else. What was I gonna say? I had something in mind, and then I got distracted just now. Something popped up on my screen, and now I can't even see my video that's playing while I'm recording this, and that's a problem. So just give me 1 second. No, that's not important. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. So, what was I talking about? I don't remember, but I just did realize something. Right there, I'm using the Halberd. Someone pointed out to me the other day, I've never done a weapon showcase on it. What is wrong with me? It's like one of my favorite weapons. It's definitely up there, just below the War Pick. And I've never done a weapon showcase on that thing? What is wrong with me? Ugh. Sometimes I wonder where my mind is when I'm thinking of what weapon showcase is to do. I've got a list, it's all nice and pretty and set, and I was planning to do it in order, But I have to fix the fact that I've never done a showcase on the halberd. I need to fix that first. So the Black Knight weapons, they're gonna have to wait. Yeah, I'll get them done. I should be getting some more recording in tonight, actually, after, but that's gonna be for the Demon Souls playthrough. Probably will be getting those weapon showcase videos recorded in 2 days from now. Probably just gonna rush through all the Black Knight weapons, get those done as soon as I can, because, I mean, they're good weapons, they're fun to use, but they can get a little bit old. Right there, you can see, I mean, just that amount of predictability. We both have such a similar playstyle. I knew he was gonna be right behind me, because that's what I know I would have been doing. It's just something that you pick up on. Now, there are a few times when I do catch him off guard, and that's when I R1 spam a little bit with certain weapons, like when I did it just then with the broadsword, or when I did it earlier. I believe I did it earlier at least. When I do it at some point in the video, I do it with a hand axe, and it just catches him off guard, I think. So, yeah. Now, one really good thing about Hyper, he really never throws out a parry unless he knows he's going to get it, or at least get a partial. Because, I mean, I actually can't think of a single time in our fights that he did get a partial parry, offhand at least. Pretty much every time he threw it out, he landed the parry and landed the riposte. So that is really, that's impressive. I'm not even at that level with it, but, you know, I'll get there eventually. Also, he is not at 53 poise, if I'm recalling correctly. He is at a lower amount of poise. I think only at 40, if I'm remembering correctly, that is. No guarantees on that. But yeah, I think he's only at 40 poise. So that's something else that I'm going to start working on. I'm going to probably drop off my iron bracelets and go from there, see what I can do with lower poise, work on my toggle escapes more, because he's good at them. I mean, there are a few instances when he doesn't get it, and we were actually talking about that. We were talking throughout these fights on Skype, because my headset for Xbox, my headset for Xbox is broken. Yeah, we weren't on Xbox, we were on PlayStation, so we were talking on Skype. He did get an Xbox, and we were going to fight there, but I guess he's more familiar with the PlayStation 3 controller. I asked him what his preference was, and he said PlayStation 3, so that's why we fought on there. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know, I'm sort of running out of things to talk about. I don't know why. It's just I feel like now that I'm doing the Demon Souls showcases, I talk about everything I want to talk about in there, and I run out of stuff to actually, like, talk about here. I don't know. It's weird. I think this is the most I've ever said in a single video. Speaking of saying someone was actually talking to me about that the other day. This guy, really pretty cool dude, he messaged me, sent me a private message on YouTube. Can't recall his name at the moment, but I'll definitely get to that in a second. I'll remember it in a minute or two. If not, I'll probably just put the link to his channel in the description. He wanted me to check out one of his videos, because he's going to start getting into Dark Souls uploading a little bit late. And, you know, it happens. I got in late myself, just not as late as he is. So, what he was asking me about my opinion on something and for advice. I never thought I'd be giving advice on this sort of stuff. It's kind of cool how close the other uploaders get. In the Darker Souls chat, that's where a lot of us uploaders go to hang out. And, you know, it's a little close-knit group that we've got. It's pretty cool. And really, I mean, we've got Mayhem, we've got me, Suicide Frog, Sunlight Blade on occasion, a few other guys thrown in there. And it's a really nice little close-knit community. We've got FPS Snake. I think Martyr's Brigade might have been in there on one occasion. I don't recall if that's right or not. I don't remember. But yeah, we've got a lot of really cool people in there, and it's just nice how close-knit the Dark Souls uploading community is. And, you know, just being able to bounce ideas back and forth off of other people, it's pretty cool, and that's one thing I really do like about a Battle of the Uploaders and this little Dark Souls uploader community in general. It's just it's a cool bunch of people. Everyone's really nice for the most part, except for a few people who don't go there. Yeah, no names are going to be mentioned about that. Yeah. Anyway. What else can I talk about? Right there, I got a nice little parry on him. And that's one thing I noticed. In a lot of cases, he will go for a roll backstab, but he'll do it too slowly to get the actual backstab. I'll have enough time to see what he's doing, or at least, you know, predict kind of what he's doing and parry it. I don't know if that's just because it's somewhat similar to what I would be doing at the time, or if it's just because I don't even know why. I honestly am able to pick up on that whenever he does it. It's just, it happens sometimes. Sort of like how he gets his parries reliably, I'm able to get those ones, and I don't know. Also, one thing I've noticed about the Gravelord Greatsword recently, I think it was a little bit later in this video, he was using it against me with, I was using it against him, he was using the life on scythe. Now, that's what I'm trying to say. A little difficulty talking today, to be honest. It's been happening all day, because, you know, talking with people out in public, working in retail, you sort of just tend to trip over your words more. At least I do. I don't know why, it seems like I forgot how to talk today. Anyway, he was using the life hunt scythe, I was using the Gravelord Greatsword, and I think I actually ducked under his attack. Now, I've seen a few times where I've done that, where I've, like, when you're doing the two-handed R2, you sort of lean away and then go in and duck into it with the thrust. You can actually dodge with the lean away and with the lean into thrust if they are, say, doing a running attack with a scythe and happen to swing over you. It's just interesting how that can happen sometimes, I guess. Really, I don't know. I'm just sort of going on and on about pretty much everything random I can think of throughout this video. Nothing in particular though. Man. It's just one of those days. It feels like a Monday again, but it's really not. It's a Tuesday. So my phone is going off. Why is my phone going off? I'm getting a phone call. I swear I told her I was going to be... Yeah, she's gonna be mad at me for ignoring her. Hear it? That's my girlfriend, and that's the sound of her call ending. And probably getting mad that I did not answer her call. I'll deal with that in about a minute. It's okay. She's getting something really nice for Christmas. She can get over it. So actually, speaking of her getting something nice for Christmas, she was talking with me today. She went to the mall and went shopping with a few of her friends, and well, there was a guy at a jewelry store that they were walking past. You know how sometimes when you're in the mall, people will try and talk to you to get you to come into the store or come up to the little kiosk and take a look at what they're selling. He said something to the group of girls about some jewelry. And without even thinking, Becca, my girlfriend, just walked by and kept walking and said to him, in response to them coming in and looking at stuff, "I don't buy my own jewelry." Oh, what did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? Well, anyway. Back on topic of the video. Wow. It is one of those days where I don't talk about anything in particular. And actually, this is the fight that I was talking about earlier. I think it was earlier, at least. I leaned away at some point, and I went in with the attack, or the thrust at some point, and he went over me with the scythe. It was this fight. So, yeah. I guess we missed that point. And that poise stab I got on him, it honestly wasn't intentional. You know how sometimes you just reflexively do things? That kind of was a reflex. And to end things off, I figured, you know, just have a fun little fight with fist weapons only. So, a pair of Dragonbone fists, a claw just for the hell of it. And it was just fun. It was a silly random little thing, and right there, I love that. I love how we both went for it at almost exactly the same time. It would be really cool if you did hit someone with it in the air, if they like got knocked out of the air. But anyway, that being said, this is the last fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry about my random going on about everything, but that is what it is. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out Hyper's channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh my god, I can't talk. Goodbye, everybody.